Hello unique individuals, it's Ari and Tony back with another video. I haven't made a video in so long and I kind of wanted to come on here really quick just to talk about natural beauty and being comfortable without wearing makeup. And I'm not talking to you women out there who are just naturally flawless, who have never touched a makeup brush in their lives. I'm talking about those of you out there who went from wearing full beads, who have just eventually just thought about just dialing it back. And that is somebody like myself. I wanted to come in this video today with no makeup on just to show you guys that I'm barefaced, that I do try to exercise not wearing makeup, especially nowadays. And I used to wear a lot of makeup and I still love makeup. I love it. I love feeling girly, feminine. I love making myself or accentuating or I would say highlighting my features with makeup. I feel like makeup is super fun. It is something I feel like my alter ego comes out when I do my makeup. I just love makeup and I love the confidence that it does give you. And I feel like throughout the years, especially with being younger, because I'm 30 years old, by the way. I grew up in a household where, sorry if you guys hear my stomach growling, I'm super hungry. But I grew up in a household where my mom was kind of strict on the makeup thing until I got to a certain point. I didn't start wearing foundation, I think, until some point in my life. I just know I was older when I started wearing foundation, and then was wearing foundation, was wearing lashes, was wearing eyeliner, was wearing all of the things, right? And then now I have dialed it completely back with my makeup routine. When I want to do my full natural makeup look or natural makeup, no makeup look, I just do concealer. I would say I use it as like my main base, and then I use like a contour bronzer, I'll do mascara, I'll do my brows. I just kind of like to just highlight a lot more naturally, because when I wore foundation, when I wore it, I didn't look crazy different, but you could just tell I was wearing a lot more makeup compared to what I am now. I would say I appreciate my natural beauty or my natural face a lot more, because I honestly feel like the older that you get, personally, I feel like the lazier I've gotten when it comes to doing all of that. And I feel like I more so now am working on, as I am getting older, working on taking care of myself, working on taking care of my skin. And as we all know, those who do wear makeup, or those of us who wear makeup, we do have to take care of our skin. Skincare is a big thing. And without a proper skincare routine, or if you are not taking care of your skin, your base of your makeup is not going to look as flawless. And I would say today my face doesn't look as bad. I had my menstrual cycle at the end of last month. So I guess I'm kind of more recently coming off of it, I would say. And as a lot of us probably do, we break out when that time of the month is around the corner, or when that time of the month comes. And I feel like I do experience that every so often, or for like a lot of the time I might get like a breakout or two. But I would say I do a pretty good job compared to what I used to do taking care of my skin when I was wearing makeup, because I was young, I was living my life, I wasn't really worried about the whole skincare routine, and I would sleep over my makeup all of the time, and my face wasn't the cleanest. And I would say not only is skincare, a good skincare regimen important, but also staying hydrated. I know a lot of people think that when people say staying hydrated, they think they are just kind of spewing out these kind of random things, but it's the truth, especially if you are somebody like myself who has oily skin. I have very oily skin, and for me, staying hydrated and hydrating myself with water, I feel like it does numbers on my skin, and I feel like it makes it look like I'm refreshed. And I feel like that's the best feeling, to wake up, especially if you've had a recent breakout, just to wake up and just to know that you've been on your water intake, and just to know that your skin is it's looking good. I would say when it comes to not wearing makeup, I would say give it some time. I would say I'm comfortable, but I'm not 100% comfortable. I would say I'm a lot more comfortable than I used to be, but I'm making strides and doing the self-work to be able to become more comfortable, to where I can walk out the house without anything all of the time. I like to do something, a little of something most of the time, but there are days where I don't do anything. Even coming on camera and not wearing makeup, I feel like this hasn't always been me. I feel like I'm making strides to become more comfortable without wearing makeup. And like I said, it does not happen overnight. If you are somebody that used to depend on makeup, or used to just kind of wear makeup just to cover yourself up because you felt more comfortable, I would say if you are somebody that wants to get more comfortable not wearing makeup, I would say work on your skincare routine, work on hydrating yourself, because that also creates clear skin. And also do the self-work within yourself to be able to create some kind of confidence in yourself to not feel like you have to depend on makeup, because do we all love these things? Yes, but these things don't make us who we are. These things are just complimentary. These things are just things that we enjoy. So don't feel like you need something, because you don't. And I would say another thing that helped me is kind of not only practicing the no makeup thing, but also just not being in the camera and the mirror so very much. And I feel like a lot of people don't realize that. And like I said, when I have my face beat right, my makeup cute, an alter ego comes out of myself, and I be feeling myself when my makeup is done really cute. It's okay. But I would say if you are somebody that is so dependent on looking in the mirror or camera, because I used to be one of those people. I used to have all these social media platforms. I used to take a lot of pictures. I used to always be in for reflections. I feel like it got to the point where it was just getting ridiculous. Do I still look at myself? Yes, but I don't look at myself as much as I used to, but it used to be bad. But I would say practice just not looking at yourself so much, or just, I would say, obsessing over yourself, because at the end of the day, we wouldn't really be able to see what we look like unless we did look into a reflection. So I would just say, work on your spirit, work on your heart, just do the self-work internally and appreciate what's external, but don't be too dependent on those things, because what are you going to do when those things disappear in the blink of an eye? Are you going to panic? Are you going to stress out? Are you going to have a mental breakdown? Because at the end of the day, these things do not make us, you know? And I hope that you guys have gotten something from this video. I'm not trying to bash anybody that wears makeup, because like I myself, like I said, I do love makeup and I still wear it. This video is just talking about me, just saying just how I've kind of gotten comfortable with just dialing it back and just trying to wear my natural face out more, and just trying to be able to do the work to be able to feel more comfortable without wearing makeup. And the older I get, I feel like the less makeup that I need and the better I look without needing to do too much. And like I said, I'm lazy, so I'm not doing a full face of makeup with foundation and all of that every single day. Shout out to those women who do, because y'all are killing it. I just don't want to do that, because not only is that a lot of work, but also taking all of that off. And then also you have to have a very excessive, extreme, very detailed, or it could be very simple, but you have to stay on top of that skincare routine if you are putting even more layers of makeup on your face. And I just don't got time. I just use, you know, my micellar water, a moisturizer. I use CeraVe foaming facial cleanser every so often. Like my skincare routine is so simple, because I have very sensitive skin as well. So I hope that you guys have gotten something from this video. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.